I'm dying to know why a guy my age, 50 years old, does not want to date. Thank you. A 50-year-old. Why do they want the 25 to 35-year-olds?
What do you think?
I have no interest in dating anybody that wants to find themselves, or actually anybody that wants to have children again. So I'm much more interested in women in their mid to late 40s.
So age appropriate for you?
Age appropriate.
Okay, that's encouraging. Some others here?
What is age appropriate?
That's a good question. It's a very good question.
What is age appropriate?
10 to 12 years apart.
I think that's right. Seriously.
Yeah. I would say, but if I would like to go for a trophy for the evening, I'll date someone much younger. If I'm looking for a more serious relationship, then I'll go somebody older. That makes sense.
I think society at large misjudges when it comes to age-inappropriate dating. I can tell you from my own experience, I've dated women close to my own age who were divorced like myself, and the whole evening was spent talking about country clubs and how the kids are doing and social studies. Whereas I'll date younger women and we'll talk about art, literature, music, her events, really interesting things, and it's a nice release to get away from the domestic conversation.
So maybe it's about them bringing their baggage to the table, and what if they didn't bring that baggage to the table, and what if you could have a lighthearted conversation?
Right, my advice would be, don't spend the entire date. If you're dating, again, after divorce, don't spend the entire evening talking about, your kids and how wonderful they are, and how well they're doing in soccer, and how they're doing at the University of Pennsylvania, blah, blah, blah. We really don't want to hear all that. That's sort of like the kind of talk, you'd expect from grandparents at the country club. Dating should be fun and sexy, and if you're going to engage, make it more interesting. I personally, as a divorced dad, I consider myself a great dad, very much involved, devoted to my kids more than anything, but on a date, I want to spend the evening discussing my kids, how wonderful they are, or hearing how wonderful someone else's kids are.
It's about the topics of conversation, and so an age-appropriate woman has this in her control.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think, Charles?
It's about, I was going to say, it's about you. On the date, it's about you. It's not about the kids. I've actually never dated someone who already had kids or was divorced, but I would assume, whether it's someone who's 25 or someone who's 50, you really want to know about that person at that moment. What are your interests? What do you like? Not so much about social studies and where the kids are at camp.
Yeah, it's like they're bringing their baggage, and they're not interested in their baggage, you're interested in getting to know them.
Right. I mean, certainly their kids and their family, that's important, but I don't think, certainly not on a first date.
It's going to come over time.
Right, it's going to come over time.